Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. And in today's episode, aside from the usual realm delving and false god killing, I have one very specific objective. And that objective is, I hope and pray that I will finally be done with the little side quest that I've been on with decorating and redecorating my castle. And I feel like I've done most of it. It's just that every time I think I'm done, I notice one little thing I want to change. So the last couple things we need. Number one, I need to pick up Erebus's altar, because I want to put it right here next to the Enchantress. I think that's going to make this room look fantastic. Next, I want to get, actually, I just realized, since we have all of 4080's other stuff, we should get 4080's altar as well. And then, I'm not sure how I'll make room for it. That might be a thing to think about. I guess we can have like a really packed back wall and have the altar, like, move this table to the right, put the altar in here. There's gonna be ways to think about it, but also before we do any of that, I also need to track down a treasure golem. So I want to get that done first, and we'll get the divination candle kills done. I want to get that done first, and then we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can hand in another fully completed Rune of Prophecies. Am I running all of my projects? Yes, I am, and I've got my bounty, and I think we're gonna go back onto Instability 5. And once again, we're gonna see what sort of a bonus we can get. Obviously aiming for 350 or above. And at this point, the reason I'm aiming for 350 or above isn't so much for the bonus itself. It's an excuse to get a few more rerolls, because one of the achievements is, of course, to reroll 100,000 times. We are more than 85% of the way there, but listen, pressing a button might not seem like much of a thing to do, and it isn't. But no matter how minuscule an action is, doing it 12,000 times is certainly gonna take a bit of doing. Of course, you don't have to do it all in one go, which is why I've been doing it a little bit at a time as we've been going. And certainly feels like I've been doing it for quite a little bit. And here we go, finally we get 370, and we're going to take this bonus into not a random realm, but into the swamplands, because we want to get this treasure golem as quickly as possible. Now this is a trash realm, because not only do enemies have extra traits, but they have a 35% chance of resisting damage, and that is absolutely unacceptable. We gained a bit of favor with all the gods. I don't know if we gained any ranks with any of them, but a little bit of favor with all of them is nevertheless welcome. No idea what was happening in that battle. Do we want to go inside? Yeah, I guess we do. We want to open up all the treasure chests we can as quickly as we can, get to that the 50,000 treasure chest milestone, and then we can move on with our lives, move on to bigger and better things. Alright. Okay, already finding nether stones. This one has a trait on it. No idea when that must have been from a previous session. Anyway, let's take a look at this one. Potion time. At the end of your creature's turn, it has a 10% chance to cast a concoction. I don't even know what that spell does. Nor am I particularly interested in finding out. Do we want to summon some creatures? I guess let's start working on this. We need to kill a lot of life creatures, so let's actually summon 2 groups of life creatures. So, I don't know, let's do 1 group of Amaranths and maybe 1 group of, Beacons? And if we kill 4 creatures, we can summon 1 more group. Yeah, this is gonna be a kind of a miserable realm for us. Although so far it hasn't been as miserable as these extra trait, you know, damage. Wait, no, hang on. It wasn't chance to resist damage. It's just reflect damage. Okay, well, in that case, this realm is actually, you know what? This realm is actually fine. I read that wrong. I apologize for besmirching this realm's good name. It's not a trash realm. Admittedly, extra traits are still annoying, but it's not as bad as I was making it out to be. And I guess we can summon, I don't know, some death and some sorcery. Let's go for some sorcery, random sorcery creatures. Dragon Garden, I guess. And if we kill 5 more, I'll... Oh my god. Fuck off, dude. One of them had the Bard trait, and they shuffled the timeline. Ugh. It's just disgusting, dude. The kinds of things that can happen when enemies have extra traits. It's appalling. Now we really need this treasure golem to show up so we can start... Well, before we start doing random realms, we're gonna have to go to the Forgotten Lab and buy 4080's altar. Then we're gonna have to go to, Fuck off, dude. Oh my god, what is this garbage? Oh... Yeah, we're gonna have to buy 4080's altar, but also we're gonna have to go to... We're gonna have to get rid of that netherstone. We're also gonna have to go to the Path of the Damned to get Erebus's altar. And these are all things that need doing. Just like getting rid of these netherstones. So it was 277, 191. I feel like I'm getting better at remembering these without having to like screenshot all of them like I used to. I'm definitely missing some of them because every once in a while when I'm going through my list I notice stones without traits that wound up in there and stayed in there. So clearly not a perfect system, but fairly efficient in terms of not taking too much time. Alright, boys. Maybe... Since... we're gonna be coming to this realm quite a bit, we don't need to do the extra Fuck off, dude. We don't need to do... don't need to do any extra combat to get... Oh my god, dude. Well, listen, we'll deal with that in just a moment. We've already killed the master. Have we done the No, we need 3 more kills. And I say let's just get those kills out of the way in this very realm. So I'm just gonna go to the candle and I'm gonna summon some death creatures. Exotics aren't really gonna do it. Abominations not really. Let's just get some Forsakens. And I think we should be good. There we go. Just making sure. Yep, there we go. And I've hit all of the treasure piles I came across. None of them gave me what I needed, which was a singular treasure golem. So we're gonna first of all head home, because we have a lot of nether stones to destroy. It was 191 and it was 277. And then there was another nether stone. $250 something with a trait that we need to look at. Easy. What do you bind? At the start of this creature's turn, enemy creatures gain this creature's artifact trait. Very interesting. So sorry, just taking a sip of water. It's kind of like Trade Catapult. I'm gonna lock it, and I'm gonna favorite it, just because it could lead to some fun situations. It could lead to some goofy situations, so I'll just highlight it as something to maybe look at for when we're experimenting in the future. We're not going to be doing any experimenting at a minimum until I have gotten all of the realm quests. This realm is trash though, with the actual chance to resist damage. But yeah, fuck off, dude. At some point, I will. God, this realm really is pretty bad. Oh, hello! Hello, triple trait netherstone. And the stats are kind of garbage, a little bit of health. Okay. Conduit Strike can equip an additional spell gem for each unique class amongst... Yeah, very interesting. But then there's more. When this creature attacks, it consumes a charge to deal additional damage. Oh, what the fuck, dude. This creature... Man, what a weird trait, dude. What a weird trait. But then there are two other traits. Are these good? At the end of this creature... But, I mean, if you equip this, by default, your creature is not going to be able to... And unavoidably, your creature is not going to be able to cast any spells. At the end of this creature's turn, man, that's not that bad. But it is a very, like, chance-based thing. And then there's this one. This is a... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that trait name. When an enemy attempts to cast a single... again, a luck-based thing. So what could have been exciting and exhilarating turned out to be largely a failure of a netherstone. Obviously, in this game, one useful trait that synergizes is gonna be better than 3 traits that don't do anything, and one of them is actively bad. Although, like the other two, it's not that they didn't do anything, it's just that you couldn't rely on them. You, like, these 50% chances going off, you can't have a battle strategy that relies on coin flips going your way, right? That's not a recipe for success in life or in Siralim. We do need to talk to you. Man, I don't know, dude. Where's my phone? I didn't even look this up. Probably nature, I'm guessing, but I don't want to risk it. Mithril. Imler. Is it nature or is it? It is nature. That was gonna be my guess. No treasure golem. Okay, we need to kill hunter packs. There's no getting around it. Fuck off, dude. Oh, what a horrible fight that was. Okay, let's find these hunter packs. We are also looking for a master. Alright, alright. Let's get this done. And since we have rank 85 with this god, it should mean that the realm also has a higher chance of just naturally spawning an iron golem, not an iron golem, a treasure golem. We need to do this. Alright, I don't know why I'm trying to dodge that guy so much. I guess should have just fought him. Whatever. Just do it. Kill you. Yeah, this realm. Not my. Right, there's another netherstone. Crab trap. At this, when attacked by defending, it man, that's so specific. I guess it's not that difficult to bait enemies into attacking you, and you don't even have to defend on your own turn. You can use Guardian Force. What the hell is this master? Yeah, you can use Guardian Force to make sure that you're just always defending. And anybody can cast Guardian Force, theoretically. Even so, although I guess didn't it say reduce enemy defense? I guess that is the most useful thing to penalize the enemy on, generally. So let's just go to a new realm, and that, by new realm, I mean let's stay in this realm. Wasn't there another realm? Yeah, the Feylands, where the treasure piles have a chance of spawning a treasure golem. Maybe we'll switch between the Swamplands and Feylands. Yeah, let's give it a go. But first of all, let me confirm. I should have probably checked this from before. 5% chance for fake ashes to spawn a treasure golem. I was correct about that. Oh, but the downside is we are not yet at level 85 with this god. So the native chance for spawning a treasure golem is lower in this realm. Oh, but we got one of these. I literally don't care. Again, some people are probably going to be annoyed. Basically, what this means is you can get a chance to play the Riddle Dwarf games. I think you don't even have to spend tickets to play them when you get that event, but it was really not necessary, not needed. I'm all about efficiency in this late stage of the end game. Alright. Alright, how many treasure piles are there? It might be that there aren't enough treasure piles to justify this realm as a place to farm for treasure golems. Mimics also have a chance of spawning treasure golems, but odds are low. Well, we're about ready to leave, but we should complete the fairy mini quest, the fairy chase sequence, whatever you want to call it. I could see her little wing poking out of the fog of war on the map. Oh god. No treasure golems, but some unwanted treasure. Yeah, let's just get as much out of this as we can. I don't know if we'll ever get a chance to do the stuff I actually wanted, which is to go to the Path of the Damned and then the Forgotten Lab. Maybe let's stay in this zone and level it up to 85. We'll put in that investment right now. That way next time when we're in this predicament, then we truly can just swap back and forth between the two zones without fear that we're getting shafted in this one. And I think the number of treasure piles in both realms is the same. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my plan. Oh hey, I do need to talk to you. As your dream is Siralim. Alright, well, it's pretty low-key start to this episode so far. We're tied down by these objectives I've set for myself, but you know what? You gotta have some sort of direction in life. Where the hell is the exit? It's right there. Right. I don't really want to fight this dude, but he was in my way, so whatever. Whatever. We're gonna stay in the Feylands. Again, chance to resist damage. I'm not happy about that. Okay. Okay. Okay, are we close to rank 84? Not particularly. Useless. Also, wasn't there a... Man, I need... Well, what do I need? In terms of rare encounters, I think I just need Pandemonium Shrines. Yeah, why are you giving me the much rarer nether portals, which I don't need, and not the Pandemonium Shrines, which I do need? Come on, game. Not that it's either or, because you can have both spawn at the same time. It's not as though one precludes the other, but still, it does feel a little bit annoying when you're not getting the one that you want, but you're getting a rarer one that you don't even need. It feels like a bit of a waste. Anyway, all right. So duplicate card goes into our collection. Alright, well, we're not done, because there's going to be more treasure piles to interact with. Get a bit of favor there. Getting close to this favor rank here. Alright, take out you. Oh god, this is gonna be miserable. Do we care about buried treasures? We actually do, okay. Oh god, this is awful. This is awful. Okay, let's calm down. Everybody just calm down. We're gonna get this treasure golem. We just need to be patient. There's my Pando Shrine. Now let's not be hasty and leave, because we still haven't fought the Master. And we still haven't collected this buried treasure, nor have we interacted with all of these treasure piles. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind, like, if the treasure golem is the final enemy, I'll just forfeit the battle against him to get out of it a little bit quicker. I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, we need that motherfucker to show up first. I guess there was no reason for me to not hit those fountains. They're just good to have. Alright, what's going on? What's going on around these parts? That's probably our... Shut the fuck up. That's probably our Master. The Stag... Master... didn't last long. Well, we're gonna stay in this realm, I guess. But I'm kind of tired. I'm recording this. It's not even that late. It's like 8:30 in the evening. But I've had a very exhausting week at work. I'm recording this on a Friday evening. I also have plans tomorrow on Saturday. Not super early, in fact, in the afternoon at 2 p.m. But I do want to get up in the morning to get cardio done. So I don't want to be staying up super late tonight, right? So after we're done with this episode, I'm gonna do a nice little... I don't know if I'll do a cup of tea, or maybe I'll just do some cold milk. Depends on what I have to eat with it. Because, you know, certain snacks... I usually do sweet snacks right before bed, but certain snacks are better with a hot cup of tea. Certain snacks are just better with cold milk. Like, for instance, Chips Ahoy, chocolate chip cookies. You gotta have a nice glass of cold milk. And honestly, the colder the better. As long as it's in liquid form, or, you know, if it's frozen, maybe you've gone a little bit too far. As long as it's drinkable, you know, the coldest you can manage. And then a couple of cookies. I usually, honestly, don't even have that. Like, I pour myself a nice tall glass of milk, but I have at most like 2 or 3 cookies. And then that's enough for, you know, you get that nice sweet taste in your mouth. And then the cookies are kind of dry. They make you feel a bit thirsty. And then I chug that milk, and it's one of the best feelings. One of the best feelings. Honestly, in general, the feeling of drinking a nice cold liquid thing when you're thirsty or your throat is dry is just like one of the best human sensations I have just come across in my entire life. Like, out of everything I've felt, if I had to make a tier list, both of these sensations would definitely be in the S tier. I guess technically they're the same one, just different variations of drinking a nice cold beverage. Alright. So you. Alright, let's get our focus back on this this situation. Hey, is this our last riddle? Yes, it is. Man, I don't fucking know, dude. My guess is gonna be sorcery. Is that even an option? Yes, it is. Okay. Siralim ultimate resonance spell is. My guess was gonna be sorcery, and it is indeed sorcery. Alright. We don't have to worry about Riddle Dwarves for the rest of this Rune of Prophecies, at least. Where's the exit? Up there's the exit. Alright. Alright, boys. Get this sorted. And I just realized we've done a lot of realms. No treasure golem. I'm gonna stay in the Feylands up until I either get this treasure golem or until I take them to level 85, at which point I'll start alternating. Man, what? You're gonna give me a card drop before a treasure golem? Scandalous. Anyway, let's take out the Griffin Master. Alright. Okay. Ooh, luckily one of our mimics was on top to take out that bard party. Alright, take out these dudes. How much favor do we get out of them? An average amount. Alright, take out these dudes. Okay, there's that, there's this. I don't really care about Riddle Dwarves anymore. I'll talk to you for the favor. We are more than 1/3 of the way towards the next favor rank, so that's good. This is also good, because we now are done with Pando Shrines. And we're completing prophecy lines. But no closer to doing the one thing that I've wanted to do since this episode started. The fuck happened? Did that... What? What? Hang on. What? Did that mimic, like, disappear? What happened? Did he run away? Because this is the battle history. What? Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? Someone's gonna have to explain what's going on, because I am way too tired right now to try and parse that. And I'm not even sure if like watching the footage back is gonna help. I mean, I will watch the footage. I don't think that's gonna help. If the battle history doesn't have anything in it, then what the fuck? Let me just timestamp this. Okay, it's about around the 35-minute mark is when this nonsense happened. Right, we're getting Hell Knight achievements done. That's something, I guess. Yeah, let's take a quick peek, see what's going on over here on the left. The answer is literally nothing. Do we have any nether stones that need pruning? Yeah, we do. 233. Anything else? So let's quickly head home. Oh, you know what I really should do is I should close my browser. I don't think it makes that much of a difference because like this is such a lightweight game, but I do have a bunch of tabs open, so if it even saves a split second, right, you know, it's worth doing. Plus generally, right, you don't want your frame rate to ever go down. Right, that's done. 7-1, and we went all the way to our first fight against Saint Althea. And no treasure golem. Like, really, dude? Really? This is how it's gonna go? We've had so many of these treasure piles. We're definitely getting some bad luck here. Because even though your chances are only around like 22% per realm, over a large number of realms, you would expect to get at least one, right? I mean, at least one just from the treasure piles. That's not counting the base chance of getting a treasure golem just being in the realm, or the small chance of getting it from a mimic, or what other chances are, like, you can get one from a... You can get one from a nether portal encounter. You can have one spawned into the realm by a pandemonium shrine. And when you factor those in as well, yeah, I feel like we're definitely being done a little bit dirty by the game. Alright. What do we... Where the fuck off, dude. I'm gonna take the 200% health. Another 2200 favor, and we can hit the next favor rank. Alright. I guess you can take this. Where has the portal spawned? There it has spawned. Alright. Alright, Alfie. I'll put her at the top of the timeline because I don't think she can really do very much to us. But we can certainly do very much to her. Well, this is annoying. Just, I don't know. defend, I guess. The fight is going a little bit topsy-turvy because I think she's doing some sort of area damage that's causing my mimics to lose their turns. Maybe we were the ones who gave her area damage as a thing. But let's see if we can get the... I think Touch of Darkness is the final shadow... I should have checked before going into the screen, but I'm pretty sure this is the final Shadowbringer anointment. Heaping Treasure also gives us 6,200 Nature Guild reputation, creeping ever closer to that 2,700. And let me just confirm with the anointments. Yep, that was our final Shadowbringer anointment. Another one fully completed. We're actually getting pretty up there with a lot. We haven't picked up any of the animator anointments because they were only newly added. Obviously, the Antiquarian was also newly added to the game. Animator, not a new class, but previously the animator anointments were off limits, and now you can get them. But if you exclude the ones that were either newly added or newly made available, we made pretty good progress on a lot of them. Obviously, some of them, like Rune Knight, were way behind, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there slowly. Man, this treasure golem nonsense is gonna... It's gonna take all episode, isn't it? It's gonna take all fucking episode. It's gonna take all Where's the exit? There's the exit. And you got her as well. Take a look at Rune of Prophecies. Oh, we're not getting these done because they're not even... There aren't even any death or chaos creatures in these realms to begin with. Alright, so who do I want to set a bounty against? Who has been annoying? Let's do Impington Reborn. I remember him being really annoying. Might have just been me giving him bad traits or him showing up in bad realms, but I do remember him being a right pain. Man, I can't believe this treasure golem is giving us such a runaround. No. Oh, I had 399 and that ruined it, but you know what? This is gonna be just as good. You know what? This is fine. Again, with the chance to resist damage. Only 800 Stardust, whatever. Alright. Man, come on. Just give me this shit. Just give it to me. $75 more favor. Alright. Man, I can't believe we're gonna go through an entire episode specifically farming for treasure golems. And it's not gonna show up. Oh, this hurts. This really hurts. I had things I wanted to do, man. There were things I wanted to do. Man. Who are you? I don't even care. I don't even care. Are you serious, dude? Stop it. Oh my god, stop giving me nether stones. Rank 84 with the Reclusa is fine. Honestly, I'd love to reach rank 85 with just this god. Less than 1,000 experience. Man, come on, dude. At this point, we're just getting trolled by the RNG in the game. Going this long without a single treasure golem, and then when we're not looking for treasure golems, they're just like running around. They're spawning all over the place and then running into us even when we're trying to avoid them. Man, this is awful, dude. Ugh. Ugh. How is this taking this long, man? Okay, you know what? Complaining is presumably not gonna make it happen any faster. So, do we want to hand in projects? Yeah, I guess we do. Experiment, forage. Just do another experiment. Just do another forage. And at this point, we're gonna start holding on to our projects. What did I even pick up? There's another stone. 200 something, 210. Were there any others? Nope, just you. All right. 210. Let me check. How much piety are we at? Over 30 million. Let's just stockpile this shit, man. What, 360 is gonna be good enough? Right back in. Right back in. All right. And how much favor do I have with Meraxes? Oh, I've reached rank 86 with Meraxes. So once I hit rank 85, I'm gonna have to stay in here. Oh my god, stop giving me. Stop giving me nether stones. At least this one's easy to remember. It's 250 exactly. Alright. Here's that treasure golem spawn chance. Alright, Alright, what are we looking for? We've already killed the masters, so this will do this. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we will be collecting that fairy. Alright, man. Oh my god, of course we're gonna run into protected jokers. Right. Of course. Man, come on, dude. We were on realm depth 3200 at the start of this episode. And that's gonna be a good way to calculate how many realms we've done. Because at the end of this, at this point, I've given up hoping. I'm just gonna assume that this treasure golem isn't gonna show up. So at this point, I'm already trying to figure out, because I'm gonna do the math to calculate just how unlucky I got. And in order to do that math, I'm gonna have to bear in mind that there are 5 treasure piles per realm in both the swamplands and in the Feylands, each with a 5% chance of spawning a treasure golem. That alone should have given us at least 1 treasure golem by now. Because bear in mind, there are 5 per realm. We've done... I think we started on realm depth 3200. So this really is our 10th realm right now. Oh my god, we're getting all of this garbage. We're getting trolled so hard. We're getting super trolled. We're getting duplicate dumpling cards before a treasure golem. Do we care about the buried treasure? We do actually, hilariously enough. Somehow we're also getting a little, like, trace amounts of death kills and chaos kills. But most likely, if we ever find this treasure golem, we're gonna have to do some remedial work to get our... Man, stop giving me nether stones. You can't give me nether stones and then also not give me the I mean, I know that sounds really arbitrary, but the game's basically just making extra work for me by giving me nether stones. So that's why I'm objecting, and that's why I'm saying, if you're gonna do that, then at least give me the thing that I'm actually looking for. If you're gonna give me extra work. All right. Is this game just broken? Is this RNG just broken? What am I even looking for? The exit, really? Well, there's maybe something down here. What could it be? Well, there's more to this realm than I gave it credit for. And in order for our calculations to be accurate, we gotta make sure we hit every single treasure pile. Because if we leave some of them uncollected, then, you know, then at the end of the episode, when we're complaining about how unlucky we were, our numbers won't exactly be reliable. So I want to be when I whine about something, I want to make sure I'm at least technically correct, which is, of course, the best kind of correct. Oh, we're already at the next nether boss. 400 is going to be good. Let me just make sure I'm not, like, gaslighting myself. This is the correct realm, right? 5% chance for fake hashes to spawn a treasure golem. And 25% chance to receive emblem from fake hashes. I'm pretty sure that's additive. Like, I don't think that replaces the chance to get a treasure golem. In fact, I distinctly remember treasure golems popping up in the past. Oh my god, okay. This is this is getting ridiculous, dude. At least this is kind of good. Helps us make a bit of progress towards the next level. Actually, a lot of progress we made. I guess let's just hit you right now. Syra, I'm afraid you must go down. Okay. We're gonna hold on to that pilgrimage. We're gonna hold on to that training mission. Still no treasure golem, man. Everything else, literally everything else is getting completed. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Okay, come on. Dudes? Alright. Well, we're approaching level 86. Alright. Fucking stop it. Alright. Okay. Nothing there. Alright. Well, there's more in this realm. Oh my god, stop it. Resources from resource nodes is useless to me, as is this riddle dwarf. Yeah, all we're missing is the death, the death kills, and the treasure golem. My god, dude. Seriously? You're gonna do this to me, huh? Well, I'm gonna head home because I know we've got a couple of stones to destroy. I think one was low level, one was high level. So 179, and the other one was 300 something, 316. Good number. Talking, of course, about Austin 316. I was actually more of a fan of The Rock when I was a kid watching the WWF, as it was called back in the day, but I have become a really big Stone Cold fan when I rewatched the wrestling as an adult. Obviously, as a kid, you know, especially as a very young kid, from before you know that, you know, before you understand what wrestling truly is, you become very attached to the wrestlers that you like, and there's not a lot of room in your head for complex emotions, and so like you like one guy, and then whoever he's feuding with at the time, you dislike those guys. So it just so happened that I like The Rock, and he started a feud with Stone Cold, and then I was like, okay, I guess I don't like Stone Cold now. And then eventually I got a bit older and I stopped following wrestling. But when I got back to it as an adult and like properly appreciated it as an art form, and just tried to wrap my head around the sheer magnitude of what Stone Cold accomplished. Just like the amount of respect and just in general awe that I have that he was able to come in. Initially, he had a really weird gimmick, I think, with WCW. Before he shaved his head, even, like, I think his gimmick was like the Ringmaster was his name. I don't even know what angle they would have pushed with him, like some sort of sneaky, conniving character. Obviously, becoming Stone Cold was, like, you know, in general, I'm not one of those people who thinks that there's like some grand purpose set for people in life by some higher power, but I do think that based on whatever your personality is like, whatever your skills are, there probably is like one best thing for you to be doing. And when you look at peak Stone Cold performing, one thing is certainly obvious, that this man is doing exactly like this is, oh, speaking of things happening exactly as they should. Do you see what I see? Finally, this motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. Have I no shame? Not really, Shalon. Not really, Shalon. Here's what we're also gonna do. We're gonna summon some death dudes. And we're gonna hand in this Rune of Prophecies before we... I don't even know why I collected that. That's literally useless to me now. We're gonna hand in this Rune of Prophecies and then, you know, start the next one. Maybe get a little bit of progress towards it. Before we head out, let's get this sorted. Alright. Let's see. Let's take you out. And we gotta find the castle. Sorry, not the castle, the candle. You can tell my mind is starting to go a little bit. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go up around here. Alright, go up there. Nothing up there. Alright, alright. Alright, well, where's the... I guess there's no avoiding this guy, but where's the candle? It was right there the whole time. Well, shit. We've already donated. Alright. Okay, what next? Summon some death dudes. Who we're gonna get? Yeah, let's get some Void Lords. I don't want to, like, walk too far to have to find these guys. There we go. There's a fully completed Rune of Prophecies. So now a couple things are going to have to happen. First of all, I'm going to have to save my game. Because I want to make sure that we get another good Rune of Prophecies for next time. Let's hand this one in. Take a look at this next one. On the surface, it seems fine. Assassination mission. That's gonna be the thing. How close are we? We're actually pretty close to the next assassination. So let's take another look at this Rune of Prophecies. We gotta do Lost Construct, which we can most certainly do. We've gotta kill more candle enemies, which I'll think about. Assassination, Scratch Cards, and Siralim are the gambling. We're gonna have to do 4 Riddle Dwarves, might be tough. 4 Nether Realms, definitely gonna be very tough. And 4 Pando Shrines. Well, I think we used up all of our Nether portal luck already. I'm not gonna re-roll this because chances are whatever the game replaces it with is gonna be worse. Just take a sip of water. Oh, we don't have to set, we can't set a new bounty, in fact, right now. So let's go up here, let's collect. Let's make sure, are there some specific things we have to do? Well, there was gambling that we had to, well, You know, let me just set my missions first, otherwise I'll forget. Anybody 83 or below is gonna get one. Let me look at my field items. I think 456 health scrolls is enough. Now I think we're gonna start getting scrolls for everything else. Just so we have a few, so we'll do training mission. We'll cycle attack, defense, intelligence, speed. Skipping health for a while. Starting with attack. What do we have to do? We had to do Siralim and scratch cards, I think. Let me just confirm that. Yeah. Let's get the long one out of the way first. Oh, please don't give me more turns. Please don't land me on go. Okay, good. Please don't give me the extra turns. Okay, good. Okay, this is the end. This is indeed the end. Okay. More of them. More of the currency for the riddle dwarves that I don't really need. All right, now we're all the way to the other falls. I wanted to do 2 things, but we're only gonna get one of the 2 done. So where do we want to go? Do we want to go to the path of the damned for Erebus? Let's do the path of the damned for Erebus, because this is the one thing that I know for sure that I want to put. I want to get that altar, and then next episode we'll get the 4080 altar, and we'll see what we can do with it. All right. That's gonna be my plan. And so we have to specifically go to the path of the damned. Let's get a few more rerolls done. Oh, we had 372 and I ruined it. But listen, every botch is just an example to get... So not an example, an opportunity to get more... In fact, let's keep rolling. Trying to get something higher than 350. I'm probably gonna regret that. Oh, I'm already regretting that. Why do I do this stuff to myself? Like right at the end of the episode, when I'm all set to like land my plane, everything's going fine. Like I think there's a part of me that's just genuinely just in perpetual self-sabotage mode and just won't let anything rest. Something to talk about with my therapist. No, I'm not even joking. You think, or I hope you think that I'm just doing a bit, but I assure you I am not. Alright, let's get this done. Alright, so here's what we need to do. First of all, let's donate. Second of all, from the Goddess of Darkness, let's hope that you have stuff to sell us. You do have... Oh, okay, this is her tile, but this is as a entire background. Is the tribute to... Yeah, okay, good. I was worried for a while. Dude, look at all this other... Look at all that, look at this! Is that like a sword, or... I don't know what that is, but that looks awesome. Maybe even something to put in the thing. This is the path of the damned. I mean, we should definitely have this. We should have this as an option. In fact, dude, there's something we need to do. Okay, we've already bought your chair. You bought your other stuff. We can buy your music. There's spells that we haven't bought, but listen, let's not worry about it. I'm getting so sidetracked. Let's only buy what we need. You know what? This could be something to put in the I don't know if there's gonna be room for the chair in oh god. I don't know if there's gonna be room for the chair, but at least we'll have it, right? Also, hang on. Have I somehow changed the Realm music to the 8-bit version by hovering over it in the shop? Because this track sounds so much more unsettling than it normally is. And I love it. So whatever this music is something we're gonna have to investigate as well. Now I think it's back to the normal. The normal version doesn't really draw a lot of attention to itself. Yeah, I mean it's a really good track. Maybe it's because I've been playing the game for a long time. Most of the tracks are just, background noise to me at this point. So it's when they get altered, or if they get altered in any way, that's when I, notice them. Do I care about you? No, you're just good. This is such a waste of a nether encounter, dude. Like, seriously. Like, seriously, dude. Alright. I am gonna get the divination stuff done in this realm. Just FYI. Death creatures are gonna... There are gonna be plenty of them to kill, so let's focus on sorcery, chaos, nature. And then maybe a few death for good measure. Chaos. Let's do some Asura. Sorcery, let's do, I don't know, Soul Flare. And then we'll stop it. Oh, there's extra traits and a oh god. Provoke. We gotta bring our people back. Alright, well that was fine, I guess. Pointless, and I'm just gonna take whatever's on top. Keeping treasure gives me... Man, that's not a good... That's not a good... I'm used to getting over 6,000. But still... 2 more episodes and we will hit 2,700. Alright. Oh my god. What am I... Why did I summon these guys into an extra traits chance to resist damage realm. Am I that much? I clearly am that much of a glutton for punishment. My god, stop it. But, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. We're at the very end of the episode, so it was gonna happen one way or another anyway. I don't know, let's just get some warhogs. And after we kill enough life creatures, like enough creatures in general, we'll summon some more life creatures. No. I think death creatures was the other one. Please, just stop. Motherfucker, just fucking go away. Where are all my summoned creatures, dude? Like, are you seriously gonna... leave me hanging like this? Come on. Alright, I guess we're getting those death creatures summoned now. And leeches seem to be an okay thing for us to get. Alright. Alright. And we are making slow progress because of the annoying realm properties, but oh, are you fucking serious, dude? Well, at least they died. Okay. And how are we progress-wise? Well, only 6 more. Only 6 more kills. And just you. Let's... Wow. That guy was having a bit of an aneurysm. Almost had the treasure golem movement pattern with how randomly he was running around. Alright. It's another level gain, and this is a mimic. Do we care about mimics? Not really. Oh god, we're gonna have to get rid of that. Also, do we care about Hando shrines? The answer is a resounding yes. Oh my god, stop it. Okay. Yes, let's hit this. Oh my god, fuck off, dude. Just stop. Go down. I think we're almost done. 3 more? Really? Well, let's summon... I don't want to be hunting these guys, you know, in all corners of the map. So let's just summon some, I don't know, some sorcery guys. We need a lot of sorcery kills. Just get a whole bunch of them, and where's the exit? There's the exit. And probably summoned way too many of these guys, but I do want to check one last part of the map just because there might be something in there. Yeah, I summoned way too many of these. But I guess we'll get a few more. We'll get a few more creature parts out of this. And that's all we'll get out of this. Okay. Yeah, let's leave. And set our bounty against Lost Construct. That's the first thing we'll do. And then there's gonna be there's gonna be a couple of different things that we gotta do before we even do the main thing, which is putting the decorations in there. There's one thing that I want to do which I think is gonna make a pretty big difference. I'm gonna go to... Well, it's gonna make a big difference to me. It might not make a big difference to you. I'm gonna remove this Apocalypse floor tile. And I'm gonna remove these Apocalypse floor tiles, and I'm gonna add the Path of the Damned floor tile. This one looks more like... This one looks more like dirt. The Path of the Damned looked like rocks, which is fine, but this looks more like it's just... that the ground is broken and the dirt beneath the ground is exposed. And I think I like that look a little bit better. But like with everything else, right? Maybe I'll come to some different decisions in the future. But for now, I do want to add the tribute to Erebus. Looking really nice, and I think we even, when we take a look at our chairs, I think we even can add in where Erebus's throne. That's... Well, do we wanna add Erebus's table? I do think this kind of makes a little bit of sense. Or... Actually, no. Erebus's table... Like so? chair can go in front of her, or maybe like so. And let's see what Erebus's normal chair looks like. Because maybe we'll want that more than the throne. Alright, let's look at Erebus's Dude, did we... Oh, I was gonna flip out. I was like, did we not buy Erebus's chair? Like her normal chair? We just forgot to buy it? And maybe couple stools up there for the card reading. Well, I say card reading, but like these look like card tables, kind of. Maybe, hang on. Maybe remove one of them. And then what was the name of that object that we found? It was, God, I'm actually gonna pause while I look for it. The one that I bought, which looked like a sword coming down from wherever. Let me pause while I find it. Well, I couldn't find it. It could be that I missed it. It could be that it's classified as as something else. One thing that I felt though is we put a little bit too much in this room. We put a little bit too much in this room. I've gone a little bit overboard. I think this room is better off like this. Like the altar with the banner, this in the corner, and that, and then maybe once and this is probably gonna have to happen next episode. Once I figure out where that decoration went, which we bought from Erebus, it could be that it's classified as like a statue or a plant or something. I'll look for it and then I'll put that here, and then this room will look like it's got enough stuff in it. Like putting a table and chairs. It makes the room feel a little bit too mundane and less mysterious. Like right now it feels just the right amount of mysterious. One thing that I really do like is the you know, dirt earth effect around from here. So I guess we'll just exit decoration mode. And I wish you could have more of a... I understand it's, you know, on a tile by tile basis, but I guess, hang on, let me sorry, going back into decoration mode. If I go into floor tiles, and we really liked the Great Pandemonium floor tile is actually interesting as well, but we really liked the Path of the Damned floor tile. But maybe sort of... would these work well in terms of their coloring? Because I'm thinking, what if we did it like... Nah, that won't look good. I think it's fine the way it is. I think I'm overthinking it. I think when I take a break and when I come back, this is gonna look perfect as it is. One thing that I realized though is and this is not gonna work. What I was thinking was that one of the decorations is the replica orbs for all of the guilds, like Orb of Death, Orb of Chaos, Orb of Sorcery, but we can't place them on the altars because the orbs are a 1x1 and these altars are 2x1, so there's no way to symmetrically do it. Oh well, oh well. Well, there's the obligatory time spent rearranging, redecorating, renovating, and now, having dragged this episode duration all the way to 1 hour 36 minutes, I think it's time to draw things to a close. Okay, so let's reflect on what we accomplished. This is our upcoming Rune of Prophecies. Let's look at our achievements. In terms of achievements that we got recently, really the only achievements we're going to be getting consistently every episode are the achievements for completing realm quests with the different characters. Every once in a while we might hit like a new threshold for some other achievement, but these are really the only ones. It's going to be a slow crawl to get these last 274 achievements that are currently in the game, but I assure you we will not rest until we get them. So there's that. Now let's take a look at our castle achievements, see how we're doing on this. And would you look at that, we ticked up by another 0.01 and landed at 6.56 million creature parts. Feels pretty nice. Let's now take a look at our character achievements, because we did hand in a fully completed Rune of Prophecies and another rune, obviously. That takes us to 399 runes handed in and 341 runes of prophecy completed. Actually making pretty good progress on those, even though it's not really a major focus of ours right now. It's just something we're just letting happen while we're doing other things. Also, let's take a look at our realm achievements, see how those are going. Right, we are past 88,500 rerolls, which means fewer than 11,500 remaining for the easy mode 10 achievement. And we crossed 94,000 destructible objects. That's really good. It's actually damn good, because fewer than 6,000, and then this is going to be done. And then slightly under half of that for resource nodes as well. And in terms of treasure chests, we now need to open fewer than 1,500. And then we can cross that off the list permanently. That's going to be a big moment. And a moment that we're going to be working towards in... well, it's not going to happen imminently, but it will happen eventually. And another big milestone moment is when we will finally hit... I think we're only 2 episodes away from this. When we finally hit level 2700 with the Nature Guild, and I think that's going to max out our bonuses, because I don't think any of them go above 90%, and when that happens, we're going to have to figure out what we want to start maxing out next. Could be... I'm gonna have to see whether this affects blight damage. I think I'm just gonna have to go to the Discord and ask somebody in the theory crafting section. Theoretically, this could even have an impact. Spell stat modification, I think, sounds like it could be good. What does chaos do for us? Chaos is the least useful. Chaos and death are the least useful, because this is just... Like, we don't do a lot of stat reduction, we don't care that much about debuff potency, and we don't do minions at all. And then we don't really do a lot of physical attacks that often. So it's gonna be either sorcery or life. Now the good thing about life is that attack, spell damage, reduction is pretty good. And it's a defensive bonus that's just gonna be automatically useful. So I hope that healing given will apply and boost our blight damage, but again, that's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to research. For now, I think we're just gonna have to call this episode good. Another episode where I succumbed to my you know, seemingly ever deepening spiral of decorating interior decoration madness. We were almost thwarted by the game not giving us a treasure golem, but then finally we got a treasure golem, and it gave us just enough time to do one realm, which we chose as the and the realm we chose was the Path of the Damned, to buy this cool decoration object, and that other one, which I can't remember where it is, so I'm gonna have to, in between episodes, figure out where that went. And I also can't believe we waited so long before buying the Path of the Damned floor, because that is actually the perfect floor to have underneath the portal, and underneath this thing as well. Actually, maybe not underneath this. Yeah, you know what? On second thought, now that I'm thinking more about this, this is a portal style portal. I mean, the game portal, meaning the portal is an otherworldly object. It's not bursting through the floor the way this thing is, right? If that makes sense. So I think, and we also don't want to overuse this little effect that we're doing. I think it's more special if this is the only object in the castle that does this. And you know, it's also got some height to it, so it looks like it's coming down the ground, whereas this is more of a flat thing, so it wouldn't have felt... Yeah. I stand by my decision. I could always flip-flop on this, as I've done so many times on so many things. But for now, this is gonna be where I draw the line for now. But yes, that's gonna be all for this one. We'll at some point I'm gonna be happy with the decorations, but that point has not been reached yet. But yes, that's gonna be all for this one. Hope you had a good time, hope you enjoyed yourselves, and hope you'll join me for the next one. And until then, take care.